God damn, it's a beautiful day. We're here in the countryside of Worcestershire in the pod with Piston Distillery and Gumball 3000. I am Martin Too Smooth, and you are?
I'm Andy Pennell. We are joined by two of my favourite YouTubers. I checked their channels this morning for the first time, but they're already my favourites. We have Adam and we have Matt. So, guys, how are you this lovely day?
We're very well, very warm. We've both been up the hill as well.
Have you actually? You raced today, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
Who won out of you guys? Is it massively competitive between you two?
Well, Matt hadn't been up before. I've been once before.
So you got the advantage, right?
Yeah, I've got the advantage. And I did a run before you as well, so I've done two so far.
Yeah, that's my excuse then.
Okay, so you did.
That's my excuse.
Was there a big gap between you guys time-wise?
We don't know. We haven't timed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a competitive day, guys. I want to see times, all right?
They say if you're going to do a competitive run, wear a helmet, and I don't have space in the boot for a helmet. So,
I actually do have a helmet, so
Yeah?
it's about to get competitive.
Oh, it's on.
enough.
It's on. We just started.
I was going to review the
today.
GoPro footage and see what time I think it's in the 40 seconds somewhere, but
So what did you drive up in today?
The Maserati Gran Turismo, it's a wide-bodied one, Liberty Walk, so it looks ridiculous. It's horrible to drive.
and I bet you
especially
regretted
uphill
it
on a
in
country
that
road.
paddock.
Yes, I did regret. Yeah, so the actual paddock and the parking, it only just fits between the two posts each there, but it looks good. It just drives terrible.
Okay.
This is the whole point of it.
How about yourself? What did you drive up in?
I'm in my fake Cobra. So it's a Cobra replica built by Dax, which is a British company, and it's got a Chevy V8, about 350 horsepower, doesn't weigh too much. But that's my kind of flagship car. So it's good to smoke the tyres on the way up. So.
Was that you causing a ruckus up there then?
Oh, the pops and back outside the blue and white one.
We were
Yeah.
trying to have some interviews and it was just going all
It's
off.
me. It was me. It's for the crowds. There's a crowd of people. They want to see.
No, they were
and hear the
loving it.
cars. So yeah, no, it was fantastic, and it's running all right. It's had a few hiccups recently, but it's got me up there.
Oh, great. So have you guys been involved with Gumball 3000 in the past, or is this your first Gumball event?
I've not.
Yeah.
This is completely the first time ever. But
And
I
you're
know
rocking
the
a
name.
beanie as well. Which
Oh yeah, of course. You've got to represent. So
Yeah.
I seen
Looking
it,
cool,
and then I thought,
actually.
well, I'm gonna go rep with the green combat trousers. So I thought the green beanie to match, and top that off nicely. I thought, yeah.
I did notice you over there, and I thought, who is that swaggy guy?
That was his exact words, actually. I could
That's
confirm
it.
that.
That's it. You've got to do it. You've got
So
to
you
do
guys
it.
are huge in the YouTube world when it comes to like the automotive world, man. Like, how did you guys get there? Like, what you obviously must have been a big car petrol head from being young, man. What
You have to be,
started
don't
that? Pardon?
You have to be, don't you? From
Yeah.
a young age, you have to be into it. Otherwise, it's a chore, not a hobby.
Yeah.
Like for me, I always called it a lucrative hobby because we do get like paid through like advertisements
Yeah.
and sponsorships. But I used to do it with a full-time job as well because I just love cars and I love photography, filming cars, and I've been doing this maybe coming up to 10 years now properly. But now I've been doing it full-time for about 2 years. But I think Matt's had a similar full-time length.
It's been like you have to be obsessed, and I think it's like a passion-driven thing.
Yeah.
And people enjoy watching people with passion. It doesn't necessarily have to be the car you're filming on. If you feel passionate about it, the best example that I tell people is Francis Bourgois. He films on trains, so he's a train
we
spotter.
know.
People say I'm him, but in the car world.
Yeah, so
really?
he loves trains, and not everyone in the world loves trains. Not everyone's into trains, but because he's so passionate about it, people love it. And I feel that's the same way with like us with cars. People, it doesn't matter what car we film on, because they see the passion and what we do that's why people view it and they enjoy it, because they see we're so into it. But people can tell when you're just doing something for like views or money or that sort of stuff. It doesn't work. You've got to be passionate about it for it to work in that sort of industry for 100%.
But how long have you been doing it for?
So for me, like YouTube wise, it was about 3 years, and it sort of built up so fast for me.
In 3 years?
Yeah, like COVID was like a
blessing.
a blessing for me. Yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, put some respect on Matt's
Something
name.
good from COVID. We'll take that every time.
I got made redundant.
Same.
I know. That's it. So so did I.
You turned the L into a W.
That's it. So I sit there and you're at home and I'm thinking, well, what? I was having a bit of doing YouTube and stuff, and I was earning a bit of revenue. I thought, well, this is the chance to just go at it full pelt, and I went for it. So, and yeah, I rebuild crash damaged cars and stuff, so that's what I do, and then modify them and stuff. So it was sort of one thing that picked up, and of course everyone's at home during COVID. Everyone's sitting at home. A lot of people were watching YouTube, so reviews were really high, and I was just sort of worried that when people go back to work, would it stay the same? And it did, and it just carried on growing, and it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. So it's completely changed everything that I do.
Sick.
So
Probably not the best thing for your neighbours.
No.
I should imagine you've had a lot of complaints since lockdown started.
Yeah, we have moved since that. Yeah.
you were driven out.
That was it. The neighbours watched all the videos and they loved it, but they didn't love the crash damaged cars being dropped off on the driveway. So that was the bad side of things.
For anyone that's watching at home and that's new to you guys, I want you both to answer this. Like, what is that one video that you've done that really you would co-sign and say, look, that represents me the most?
I'll let you go because I can't think of one.
So I did a video. People sort of can't get their head around YouTube and how you earn money and things like that. And a lot of questions I get asked in the comment section is, oh, how does he earn his money? What does he do as a full-time job? This, that, and the other. So I did a specific video, which was sort of like, I bought 4 houses and 5 cars and quit my job. But it was literally like a clickable title sort of thing, and it's exactly what I did. But the whole video, I sort of showed my story of how I became to like basically fall upon being a YouTuber through my. I don't have any like GCSEs or qualifications or that sort of stuff. I didn't go to college. I don't have anything like that. So really written out for me, I shouldn't really be successful or anything like that. But my plan was to just save as much money as I can, work as hard as I can, and I was going to just buy properties, and that was going to be my way out of the sort of 9 till 5 job. That's what I was going to do. And so I carried on doing that, but actually buying the properties allowed me to have disposable income to push it into my YouTube channel, which created my YouTube channel and go higher and find something I actually love doing. And then now that's became my main income, and that's the video that's sort of, that's me. If you're going to watch a video and you want to find out about me, that is the video. So,
well, you've sold me. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, what a motivational video, man.
I think I've seen
We need to get you a drink for that, man. There's a couple of drinks.
You go grab them, Smooth, and bring them
I'll
over.
go grab them. Like, I actually know that this pod is brought to you by the Piston Distillery and Gumball 3000. We can't have you guys here without a cocktail, you know what I mean?
Dry mouth. Yeah, we can have one.
So Adam, what video would you say most represents you?
So I pretty much just film car shows. So today is my day.
We're in your domain.
Thank you. But in lockdown, we go back to COVID again, that dreaded topic. But during lockdown, there were no car shows.
Of course.
So when we were allowed to go out and see friends and do a limited amount of things, I made what I call the drive-by car show.
Okay.
And what it is I basically stood on the side of a road that I knew to have good traffic, like nice cars, a nice area,
sure.
On a roundabout. So I've did a few actually, but there's one near me in like the Hampshire and Surrey area down in the south, and I called it the drive-by car show. I announced where I was going to be, and if you want to get your car featured in my video, just drive past. So it's all socially distanced and everything like that. And I got hundreds of people drive past. People even stood in the area, and at its peak, I think I had about 300 people stood on the side of a random roundabout with me,
Jesus.
watching this happening, and then hundreds of cars just driving around the area.
That's special.
And cheers you to that.
Yes.
Yeah, cheers.
So
to that
I
one.
made my own shows out of when we weren't allowed to do car shows, and those videos did incredibly. That was kind of almost, I don't want to say where I peaked, but that was my lockdown surge, and I'm proud of that. I since don't need to do that because we have proper shows on.
Yeah, great.
And I think I got away with quite a lot. I never got into trouble with it, with the amounts of crowd and traffic that was created. So I did one in the Peak District, I did one in Cheddar Gorge, I did a few round areas, place I knew that nice cars would be naturally, so if no one turned up there would still be something. But that's what I'm most proud in myself, I think.
That's pretty sick. You roll with the punches.
It's unique.
Because most people would have been like, oh, you can look at my old footage, there's not really much to film at the moment. You kind of just roll with the punches and adapted, really.
Yeah, I mean, I made a few compilations and they did well over lockdown of old footage because I've got so much that I've filmed in the certain years. But I tend to let the cars do the talking rather than like about me having breakfast. And, and unlike Matt, I'm lazy. I hate working on my cars because everything I do goes wrong. So I don't do a lot of that kind of, like, Matt's one of the hardest working YouTubers out there. I just go to car shows and have a jolly.
Said with a cocktail in your hand.
This is me. Another day in the office.
So did you guys know each other beforehand, or is it just through YouTube that put you together?
We knew each other. I don't think we'd ever met before today.
No.
Oh, today's the first day you met?
Yeah. Well,
There's no rivalry, no beef, nothing like that?
No, I don't think it's
all love. It's all love.
Do you know, the way I see it is, so Adam's content is completely different to my content. We film on cars, we both have the same interests, but with YouTube, it's such a sort of tight little industry. I feel just talking to Adam and finding out what works, what doesn't work, can help me, and I can speak to Adam and say what works, what doesn't work for me. That can help him. It doesn't mean because people are watching my videos, they're not going to watch Adam's videos. It's not like that. It's not like a first, second, third race. It's people can help each other out with YouTube, and that's the way I see it. If someone wants to ask advice on how I managed to get so many views on a video, ask it, because if that helps them, then they'll give me advice that I might not know about, and that will help me. And rather than making so many different mistakes, and it's so much easier just to ask someone, and we're not against each other. We don't take money off each other. It's it's just a thing. But I think
what we were saying earlier is, like, if you'd film a car show video, it wouldn't necessarily do as well as the
100%.
videos that your followers are used to. But if I filmed a video like your videos, that wouldn't get views for me, because it's what people are used to, and they are different enough to show that we are different channels. And,
well, what the fans want to know is, are you going to do a collaborative video?
Oh,
they do.
You know what? It's something that's completely slipped my mind as well, but definitely something that we need to do.
Yeah, that's something in the future, right? And is there anything else that you guys have got that you want to shout about that you're about to do?
Well, I want Matt to come to my show.
Oh, really?
Because after the drive-by shows, I'm now finally putting on my own car show, and it's there's going to be thousands of cars. It's rather crudely called AdamC Fest.
We love that.
Yeah,
Creative
it's a
name,
working
like
title. Our mates were just saying, and it's stuck in the end. So on the 3rd of June, it's Bank Holiday Friday for the
3rd of
Queen's
June.
Jubilee.
Okay.
We're going to be up at Wilton Mill, just off the M1. It's like in the middle of the country, so everyone can attend, and it's going to be my own show, and I'm hoping it goes well, and the weather's nice,
course it
like
will,
today, because it's all kind of, it feels like it's all built up to this. It makes sense. I go to all these shows that I can put on my own one. So I'm hosting it with a Petrol Hedonism Club, who put on loads of shows themselves, so they can help me out with the organisation and the hard graft. And I can just kind of promote
3rd of
it,
June.
and be the face. Yeah.
So
AdamC Fest.
if people want to get involved in that, how should they go about finding
So
information?
I've got links in most of my videos. It's through the Petrol Hedonism Club. So there's links on most of my channels, AdamC or AdamC3046, which is a silly long username of mine, but it should be fairly easy to find. Or just type in AdamC Fest. There should be details about it there.
Sounds good.
But I'm looking forward to inviting everyone, spectators, show cars, white Toyota Chasers, everything. I'm looking forward to seeing what turns up. Yeah.
What about yourself, Matt?
Honestly, like, people always ask me what I've got coming up, what's my plan.
What's your next car? That's the one.
I have absolutely no idea what I do, where I'm going. Like, for me, I feel like I'm so far ahead of where I planned to be years ago that I don't know what I'm doing next week. But next car, like, I'd love to get a Porsche. I'm like really want to get into the Porsche sort of world, and so I always look for like crash damaged cars that I can rebuild and like learn upon and that sort of stuff. But I have no idea what I'm doing next week.
Martin's a really ropey driver, so you might get a car from him.
Yeah, so if you crash a car, let me know. They're the types of cars.
There's a Nissan Micra coming your way real soon.
Love it.
No, thank you, boys, for joining us this afternoon. Enjoy your cocktails.
We will. This is fantastic.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And if you want to shout out your YouTubes, your social channels, feel free to do so now.
Well, up to you.
Okay, so I'm looking at both cameras, but you can search Matt Armstrong, spelled with 1 T, but you'll find it with 2, and you can go from there. We make silly videos. So, and now on to Adam.
Mine is, well, I think if you type in AdamC, or one word, it comes up most of the time, but the full username is AdamC3046, which is a Bebo username that I was given as a kid.
Love that.
That's stuck. But yeah, AdamC, and I just film car shows, if you like that kind of thing. If you can't make it to a show, I just have fun and hope that you do watching it.
Brilliant, good stuff. Well, thanks, guys. We will be back here at the pod very shortly with some more guests. But in the meantime, we're looking forward to you guys driving the hill climb.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt and AdamC.
Thank you.
Thank you
guys.